Hello, this is Scott, and today I'm not doing a review. I'm going to try my hand at doing my first ever proper vlog. Now, I have done quite a few of these vlogs in the past, or over the last couple of years. Probably done about, well, I'll say quite a few, probably about 4 or 5, something like that now. But I've never actually uploaded one because I just haven't had the sort of confidence in doing it. I've not particularly been blown away with the content that I produced. And I just thought nobody's really going to be interested in what I've got to say anyway. But I do want to sort of try and do these sort of vlogs now, just to sort of break up the reviewing, give you guys an update, and also let you see the things that I've purchased for myself, the things that have just sort of dropped through the letterbox, you know, and so that I can sort of show you my initial excitement or displeasure at the items I'm going to be reviewing, or the items that I've purchased as well. And also it gives me a chance to sort of talk about things that may not necessarily be to do with reviewing, just things to do with the vaping world. Now, a quick update now. The last video I recorded was, I think it's about 5 weeks ago now, and at that time I was saying to you that I wouldn't be doing any reviews for around sort of 2 weeks because I was moving house, and obviously I needed time to pack everything up, move everything over to the new place, unbox it all, do all the decorating, all the building work. And then because I'm renting out my other house, or my old house, and because the rental market's really good at the moment, obviously I needed to go back to that place, get it all sort of legally compliant to be able to rent it out, and also get it decorated and that as well. And I thought I'd be able to do all that in 2 weeks, and also on top of that build a studio, like a dedicated studio for doing all my recording. That went straight out the window pretty much, really. I completely and utterly underestimated how long it would take me to move everything in, decorate the other place, etc, etc. And the internal garage, which was going to be converted into my studio, that was basically used to store all the building materials and everything. So unfortunately the dedicated studio has had to be put on the back burner. One, because it's still being used as a storage, and secondly because the budget just went like that basically. So at the moment I'm still back in the kitchen recording my videos, but hopefully in the future, you know, once I've recouped some funds, then I can hopefully get the studio back on track. Okay, so I'm going to be starting doing the proper reviews from Monday. I had planned to do it this week, but the builders have just left, and we thought that for the price we was paying that they would take all the rubbish with them. However, they just left everything outside on our front lawn, and it's about 6 foot high, so I'm going to need to probably get maybe 1 or maybe even 2 8-yard skips to get rid of it all. So that's what I'm probably going to be doing for the rest of this week now, unfortunately. But then from Monday, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can start on with the reviewing, or getting back to reviewing as well. Okay, so one other thing I want to sort of sorry, I've got a bit of crap in my eyeball, but one other thing I want to sort of talk about is things that I sort of purchased myself, and probably the most exciting thing that I've purchased over the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks has been my first ever DNA200 device. Now, I've been trying to get hold of a DNA200 mod ever since I sort of first heard about it. I know there's quite a few available in America. I know there's a few that have been coming out from China. In the UK, they've been really, really hard to get hold of. There's lots of websites that have them advertised, like the Vapor Shark DNA200. What else was there? The E-Fusion DNA200, which looks really nice. It's like looks quite similar to like a Bitic box, that sort of styling. And the other one was the, I think it's e-cig VT200, something like that. But all of them are saying, like, you know, stock expected soon, and you refresh the page, you know, a few days later, and say, oh, you know, further delays. And just as I sort of was pretty much giving up, I found one site, it's provapes.co.uk, who had something called a e-cig. I have to say e-cig like that. E-cig, what's it called? DX200. Cost me £129.99. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting it to be any good at all. I was more bothered about the actual DX200. I just wanted to sort of try that out for myself, and I thought, well, as long as it sort of works when you press the fire button, you know, that'll do for me basically. But I've actually been pleasantly surprised. It's been excellent, really. You know, like the actual build quality is surprisingly good. I love the buttons on it. Really nice, sort of. They're sort of. Sorry, I've got an eyelash in right to my eyeball there. I can't get it out. Anyway, it's got the buttons are. They're clicky, but they're also spongy, if that makes sense. Just really nice, very nice and responsive. I like the old battery design. It's basically, obviously it looks like a full mod now. Boom, that's the battery. So it uses a LiPo battery. I think it's 900 milliamp hour, but it's not the same as a sort of 18650 900 milliamp hour battery. As far as I'm aware, don't quote me on this, but there's 3 cells in here, and each cell is 900 milliamp hour. And from what I'm led to believe, from what I've been reading on the forums, and that equates to 3 times 900, so 2700 or 2700 milliamp hour. Like I said, don't quote me on that though. And basically you have your balance plug on the bottom there. I don't know if I can get this actually in focus or not, if it will. But so you have a balance plug on the bottom there. Have a couple of little magnets at the top, your positive and minus, and it just sort of slides together and clicks into place. Sort of. It did. That's it, like that. And then that obviously just creates the body as well. Battery life, you know, I wouldn't take it out of me if I was going to go out for the whole day. It's about an evening's worth of pretty good vaping. I'm vaping at 70 watts here with a 0.2 ohm coil in my Smock TF V4, and that will give me about, you know, a good sort of evening's worth of vaping. Not caning it, but you know, just a nice sort of relaxed evening's worth of vaping. And you know, performance-wise, I've got no complaints at all. Like I said, I've been pleasantly surprised with the actual build quality of it. The only thing I really don't like is the fact it's got this really horrible engraving. I can try and get that in focus again. Oh, it's not really engraving, but just I don't know what you call it really. It just looks a bit wanky really. But the rest of the device is lovely though, you know, really nice. I love the DNA large screens that they do now. Nice buttons. Nice compact size as well. What's the size on it? It's 92mm by 52 times 26mm. So you know, it's quite a sort of compact little mod really. I haven't had a chance to play with the software yet. I'm a Mac user. I have got a Windows machine somewhere, but as far as I can remember, it's still in one of the boxes. It's waiting to be unpacked. But once I do find a Windows laptop, then I'll hook it up and have a little play around with the, I think it's called EEPROM, something like that. You can change all your settings, and you can also put on little sort of custom like images. So rather than it saying DX200 when it sort of boots up, you can have I don't know, I'll get you 69 or whatever you want on there by creating a, I think it's a bitmap file, some bitmap file or image, should I say, something like that. Anyway, but I'll play around with that once I find that laptop. For review, I had this. This is probably the, what else has there been? Not had that much in really, because I have been sort of turning away reviews because I knew that I was obviously moving house. But probably the most exciting one I've had in is the, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, Fulgaris. It's a DNA40 mod, sort of similar to the Zvo stick by Mini e-cig, I think it is. Where the atomizer actually sort of sits inside the housing. Not much of a looker, a bit of a plain Jane, just a sort of solid lump of aluminium or aluminum if you're in America. But it's one I've been using a hell of a lot. You know, whenever I sort of go out, this is the one that I grab. I find the DNA40 seems to be pretty good in the old battery life. As long as you're not sort of really caning it, then like, you know, I can sort of go almost like a whole day on an 18650 in a DNA40 device, but you know, just very solid feel to it. I would say a bit of a plain Jane, nothing sort of too exciting to look at, but you know, it's very solid, well made, and you know, hits the spot. This is with just my Kanga sub tank, really nice sort of matching pair. And been really enjoying that. The reviews I've got coming up is going to be the full Goris or full Garis. That's probably going to be about a week and a half, something like that. I've got other reviews I need to record first. The first one is going to be one I've been wanting to review for about the last 2 months now. Is the I think it's just called The Box by Limelight Mechanics. Now there's only ever 100 of them ever made, unfortunately, and they're apparently never going to make them again. So it probably is a little bit of a pointless review, but I suppose there is still that sort of second-hand market and people who still may be interested in seeing it. And it's one of my sort of personal favourites, so it's definitely one I want to review just because I really enjoy using it, and it's just an absolutely lovely little device. I've also got a new atomizer from Atmizu. I do apologise, Atmizu, I can't remember what the name of the atomizer is. So a quick look to try and find it. Atmizu.com. The Wave, that was it, I've just remembered now. I'll wait for that to load. Yeah, the Wave atomizer. I had a few little teething problems with it, more to do with sort of the occasional dry hit. Not really experimented too much or looked into sort of too many videos to see how other people are setting their ones up. I'll just sort of try to sort of work it out for myself. So maybe I will go and sort of look at a few other people's videos, see if I can pick up a few tips and get it working out a little bit better. But that review will be coming up again in the next sort of couple of weeks. And there's something else. Oh, I've got a disposable cigar from rockuniversal.co.uk, and I've got about another sort of 3 or 4 reviews on top of them ones as well. But for the life of me, I can't remember what they actually are in the moment. But those ones, the Box by Limelight Mechanics, this is going to be the next one. The disposable cigar, which probably won't be too exciting for most people unless you like raw cigars. The Wave atomizer, and there are a few others, but unfortunately I can't remember what they are at the moment. Just have a quick drink. Just found something quite interesting actually while I'm sitting here. It was an email from a company called Creme de Vape, who used to be cloud9vaping.co.uk. They changed their name a few weeks ago for some reason. And I'm sure people are being aware that there's some sort of 1st of October 2015, it became a criminal offence to supply nicotine containing e-cigs to persons under the age of 18. And there was talk on the forums about you have to sort of start uploading like passports and driving licence to prove that you're over 18. Now, the email from Creme de Vape, they are saying the same thing actually, where they did have a choice where they could say, we decided against automated age verification during checkout for several reasons. There's a cost of £1.50 per check, which would be passed on to the customer. A check would be performed, and thus the cost would be incurred on every order, regardless of whether or not the order features any nicotine-containing products, etc., etc. But they have, in the end, decided to go down the route of having to upload a passport. Where is it? Where I read it there. It says, when you place an order and we have been unable to obtain age verification using ID check software, you'll receive an email requesting proof of your age, such as a scan or clear photo of your driving licence, passport or birth certificate. Once your ID has been received and validated, your account will be updated to show that you've verified your age, and you will not be asked again. So it does sound like it's just a sort of a one-off thing. Now, that's well and good with a company like Creme de Vape or Cloud9 Vape. They've been around, well, I think they've been around since about sort of as long as me, around sort of 2008, 2009 maybe, and they're a reputable, a reputable company, and so I don't think many people are probably going to be sort of too bothered about having to upload a photo ID as a one-time only sort of thing. But then if you get other companies and you're uploading, a company you've never heard of, quite often I buy from companies that I've never heard of at all. I've never heard of that provapes.co.uk when I bought the DX200. If you're going to be buying from companies you've never heard of before, and they start asking you to upload all your your passport and things like this, you know, I would be personally very, very a little bit wary of it. Let's put it that way. And I'm not a particularly cautious person. I know there's a lot of people who are a lot more sort of paranoid than me, so I think that's going to cause quite a few problems in the future if that's the route that people are going to have to sort of go down. So it'd be interesting to hear what your thoughts are on that. You know, if you have any thoughts on it, obviously post it in our comment section below. Okay guys, so I don't want this to be sort of an overly long one. For these sort of vlog videos, I'm not going to bother getting out my proper camera. I'm just using a smaller camera here, say sort of, it's a video camera but it actually uses DSLR lenses. So it's, you know, this should hopefully still be a sort of relatively good image. I'm not going to bother getting out all my lights and all my proper microphone and all this sort of stuff. Basically I've got a big window there. If it's dark outside, the video will be dark. If it's nice, bright and sunny, hopefully the video will be nice and clear. Just because if I start sort of going too over the board, too over the top with getting out all the equipment out again just to do a vlog video, I know I'm going to lose heart, and it's something that I would like to sort of try and keep up with, maybe do like one per week. I was thinking maybe like a vlog on a Monday, and then a review on a Wednesday and a review on the Friday. I'd like to sort of try and get to some sort of schedule. So, you know, if you enjoyed this, you know, let me know in the comments below. If you hated it, and hope that I never go in front of a camera again, let me know, because I don't want to waste my time. If people aren't interested in these sort of videos, then I'll leave it as this, as a one-off, and it will never be done again. But if people enjoy it, want to see more, then you know, great, I'll do my very best to try and do something that isn't review related for a change. Again, so you know, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for watching, but also thank you for watching. You can tell it's my first vlog. And you know, come along, visit my website e-cig-reviews.com or igetcha69.com or vapetechnics.com. Follow me on Twitter. You can like us on Facebook, or you could not do anything about. Okay guys, have a great one, and like I said, the first proper review, my sort of comeback review so to speak, will be probably on the Tuesday next week. Cheers guys, see you later.